Today I want to talk about our Lawnstore wildflower felt. As you can see, I've got a little project here behind me of a bank which I think will be perfect for a swathe of colourful wildflowers. Wildflower felt is unique in the fact that it's grown on a biodegradable layer of felt. So once it's laid and it roots in, the felt will disappear and you'll have a gorgeous wildflower meadow that you can enjoy for years to come. When I unroll it, you will see that it's got a lovely mixture of perennial and annual wildflowers, which once rooted in should create a gorgeous area for your garden. When you order Lawnstore felt from the Lawnstore, it will arrive on a pallet with 30 square meters on board. Depending on the time of the year, the appearance of the turf will vary greatly. Sometimes the turf will arrive like this, with it looking quite sparse, but that's nothing to worry about. It's because the turf is quite young or it's been winterized. In the growing periods of the year, perhaps during the spring or the summer, it may arrive with a lot more growth on it, but the final result will be the same. Now I want to give you a few tips about how we prepare the ground in preparation for laying the wildflower felt. In fact, any wildflower area would have similar preparation to this, no matter what sort of turf you're going to use or if you're going to seed it. And the key thing is you don't need to be too particular in the preparation to create a good quality wildflower area. The key thing is it really does need to be weed and vegetation free, because the last thing you need are unwanted weeds coming up in the turf or the seed at a later date. Now, as you can see, we've just completed the laying of the wild felt turf, and to be perfectly honest, there's nothing that glamorous about laying any type of wildflower turf. When it goes down, it does look a bit rough, but on the other hand, it's supposed to be natural, and I think you're going to be really surprised about how this comes on over the next few months, and when we get to the spring it should look great. Now I just want to show you a few little tips about how we lay wildflower turf. It's quite simple. When you lay your turf down, you butt the turfs up close together and just lay it like a piece of carpet. There's no real secret way of doing it, just cover the ground. Now, because we've got a slope here, I've got a couple of little tips for you. When we lay the turf, what I want to do is stop it from slipping down if it's watered or when we get the next rain, because it's got to have a chance to root in and grip into the bank. So all I do is I cut down some bamboo canes with a pair of secateurs or something like that, and I quite simply, at the top of the turf where it's likely to slip, bang in a cane or two so that it can't go anywhere. We've still got a bit of tidying up to do here yet, a bit of cutting in, so we won't waste any time and we'll get on with it. We're now November. We're going to come back here in about 6 months' time, probably around about May or June time, to see what we've got. So here we are now, 6 months later, on the 1st of June, and as you can see, the flowers have burst into colour. As we go through the year and as different varieties emerge, the colours will change. And the great thing about this is it's an absolute haven for wildlife. Little bees and butterflies will enjoy working this wildflower as we go through the year. When it starts to die back as we go into the winter, it becomes attractive in a different way, as the seed heads appear and the frosts make it look gorgeous in a totally different way.